like Trayvon Martin. He wants higher energy rates. He won't drill for oil. He takes excessive vacations, loves to play golf, but won't work on the issues. He hasn't come up with any ideas of his own, and he leaves everything up to other people. He has flown Air Force One to bits, apologizes to the world for America's greatness, hates the Constitution, started the war on women, and lied and said it was us. He hates God-fearing Christians and persecutes us worse than any administration in the history of this country. He has brought America to the brink of failure. But notice I said to the brink. It's up to us to bring it back. And he has spent more of our tax dollars than all of the presidents in the history of the United States combined. Now, I've said a mouthful.
Got one, Emery. He only bets on losers.
That's right. Well, yeah, winners and losers. That's right. He picks the winners and losers.
He only picks the losers.
That's right, and he only picks the losers. But, as I said a mouthful. But that ain't all, because we have the greatest opportunity in the history of this country on November 6th. And that is to turn this nation around. We can do it. We can do it. We will do it because we are Americans, and Americans are not quitters. The greatest resource of America is not the Grand Canyon, it's not our forests and our redwoods, it's you and me. And by God, we will win. I'll leave you with one other thing, and that's over the weekend, I don't know if you heard or not, the movie Runaway Slave came out. I'm in that movie, and it's a group of black conservatives who are telling other blacks about what this entitlement government has done to keep them down. But not only that, but it's a new plantation now that wants to enslave all Americans and bring them into the brink. That movie covers both sides. It's a good movie. Unfortunately, the bad part about it is that we tried to get it to show in multiple places in Indiana, but their marketing people thought, the lady told me on the phone, well, Fort Wayne's only 30 miles from Indianapolis and everything else is kind of condensed, so we'll put it in Indianapolis and then everybody can come to Indianapolis. I told them it won't work, lady. I said, we're 2.5 hours from Indianapolis. All you have to do is look at a map and figure that out. But however, they opened the movie in Indianapolis. They've had some good turnout so far, but the movie closes on this Thursday unless it really blows out. We're still working and trying to get them to bring it to the smaller cities, at least to Fort Wayne and maybe some cities around. So keep your ears and eyes open. But these are the kind of movies that will teach you the resources of what it takes to turn some of these knuckleheads around. And what I mean by knuckleheads is people like, he gave me a phone. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. An Obama phone. Okay. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Emery. Give him a good hand. Good. You know, you gave us a good encouragement there, and you've revved us up. And if I heard you once, I heard it probably 20 times. Are we going to stand? Are we going to stand? Are we going to stand? And one thing I like every evening at 5 o'clock on the Blaze TV, the way Glenn Beck opens, he says, let us not lose this fight. Let us not lose this battle because we sat down.
That's right.
So we need to take the admonition that Emery has given us and to kind of re-energize us and go from there. Yes, sir?
I got a question for Emery. Would it be helpful if we all called Carmike Theater up in Fort Wayne or Regal Theater up there or something like that?
Yeah, that definitely would help. And we've got the numbers and stuff are posted on like some of the websites like 912, Indianapolis Tea Party. Facebook and all that. They're willing. They're ready. They want us. They want it to come to Fort Wayne. Regal said they would take it. Carmike would take it. Dinner and a movie. The problem is the marketing people. They're in California, and they don't know anything about what's going on here. We sat down with them on multiple conference calls and explained to them the geographics of Indiana and whatnot. And what I told them was, I would have, if I picked a location, I would have picked Fort Wayne first, because the Tea Parties in this area, Wells County, DeKalb County, are more enthusiastic than down in Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. We have a better geographic location because the Tea Parties from Michigan, Ohio, Northwest Indiana, we can all converge on Fort Wayne. And if they wanted to really see that movie flourish, that would have been a better market. But their marketing people, and most of them were young kids, just out of school. You couldn't talk to them. We talked, and we begged, but this is what they did. They didn't listen and act like the people who put out 2016. Right.
Well, I contacted their website at the movie, Runaway Slave, and I wrote an email, and I got an email back that said that if we could get 1,100 people, a commitment of 1,100 people to go to the theater,
yeah, it would make it worthwhile for them. We had written, I spent about 8.5, 9 hours writing all the Tea Parties in Michigan, Ohio, most of Indiana. I think you guys got a letter from us too. I had a commitment of over 3,500 and something people just alone, not counting their spouses, but they still put it in Indianapolis. But we can still continue, because I did have contact with them as a Saturday, and they're saying that if we can still show that we can do this, they'll bring it. So, and I also got my company said they'll buy a ticket for every employee, and so then they'll bring their spouses, and some will bring their kids. So we'll see what we can do, because we need every resource that we have at our disposal to win this battle.
Right. Anyone else have a comment or a question? I'm going to give a microphone here so we can make sure we hear.
Is Obama suppressing the military vote?
Everything that we're seeing, yes. We can say yes, because we're seeing fewer absentee ballots come in. We're seeing fewer being shipped to them. They filed a lawsuit against our military members trying to suppress their vote, especially the big bases such as the ones down in Texas, Fort Hood, and some of the other ones. We got a problem. We know that Obama knows that the military are going to vote against him overwhelmingly. And he figures that if he can stop and suppress that vote, that's going to help him win. But I got news for him. Even without the military vote, I have a feeling, and it's a gut feeling, that they're going to lose by a landslide. Because American people are Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Hi, thanks for coming tonight. My question is this. Being a Christian pastor, and our pastor is